Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a Roche-Posay Shaka Fluid full review. I have the Shaka Fluids here and basically I will insert some clips of me actually applying the SPFs onto the skin, how they sit and feel on the skin for like a more detailed review. I guess what drew me towards purchasing them is because they're aimed for, they don't necessarily say acne prone skin, but if you have oily acne prone skin, the last thing you want is a really thick comedogenic sunscreen, right? Whereas these Shaka Fluids are very light, they're very invisible on the skin, they don't leave a cast, they absorb into the skin very easily, and they have just been great for my acne prone oily skin. I am now going to insert a clip of me actually applying the SPF 50 onto the skin, and that will show you my initial reactions of the sunscreen that I'd never used before that. So I only applied the SPF 30 on this side because I'm going to try the SPF 50 on this side. This side has a lot more problems going on, but it's fine. We'll put some on my forehead as well. So you guys can see that the SPF 30 and 50 look identical and they both require the same shake. Okay, we've shaken it up. I've never used this before, so I am curious to see. This is non-perfumed. Yeah, so the SPF 30 has fragrance. The SPF 50 has no fragrance, no perfume, parfum. Can't smell a thing. So I'm putting a puddle again. It's pretty runny, but I would say, I don't know, that seems a little bit thicker to me. Should we do it right here? That applies exactly the same. For an SPF 50 to have to feel the same. Currently, my first impression is the only difference I can tell is that this one is not, it has no smell. This one has obviously the fragrance, which if I had to really choose, I'd just go no fragrance. But texture wise, the way it applied, everything, identical. And on top of that, you're getting more protection. So I should mention, these are exactly the same price. They both retail at £17.50. So essentially they both say they're invisible. They both say they're ultra resistant. But obviously the 50 is the very high protection and the 30 is just sort of high protection. So I'm not gonna lie, the reason why I think I bought the 30 and not the 50 when I was first getting my first bottle, which is right here, is because I genuinely thought the 50 might have a bit more of a cast to it or whatever. And actually, identical, really. So between those two currently, I would get the 50 plus if you're really, what? If you're thinking about getting one of the Shaka Fluids sun protection, I would get the 50 plus because they apply exactly the same, they feel exactly the same on the skin. You're just getting no fragrance and a higher protection with this one for the same price. So now we have the tinted SPF 50, which I'm kind of nervous but also excited about because it could go one of two ways. It could either be too light or too dark. There is very rarely going to be the case that it's going to be the perfect, amazing match and I'm going to love it forever. So this is the Tinted Fluid. It says very high protection. It's a 50 plus again. It says very watery, sweat resistant, anti-eye stinging and for sensitive skin. Has this got fragrance? It must do because it doesn't say, yeah. So this has fragrance, half form. Here's all the bottles together. They all look very, very similar, but the tinted one has a tinted colour instead of the orange at the bottom. So, shaking it up. Okay, we've shaken her. She's ready to be used. Ooh, it just keeps coming. I don't know how to, it is definitely thicker than the other ones. I'm gonna put it where I actually need coverage, guys. I mean, a tinted SPF is not going to provide amazing coverage, but let's see. We're going in with the hands because, you know. Okay. Okay. Now that I'm applying it onto the skin, it has the same consistency once again. Same sort of feeling. I'm going to put quite a bit on to really see it. I definitely see a difference in the camera, like the viewfinder. I can see that it's added, I wouldn't say coverage, it's kind of evened out my complexion a little bit, and I'm definitely shinier. So obviously I've got the other SPFs below, but bear in mind that a tinted SPF on its own is really not gonna provide the SPF 50, for example. This is sun protector factor 50 plus, but the amount that you need to actually get that sun protection is a lot, okay? We're talking a lot. So a tinted SPF, in my opinion, is kind of to be used over your SPF anyway. So put your actual normal amount on and then put your tinted SPF to sort of provide more SPF and a bit of a tint. A bit of powder and So I'm not mad at it. I'm not. It doesn't really add much colour, to be honest. I don't think it's that tinted. However, we've got to bear in mind that I am brown, and the colour in that tube, that bottle, was pretty brown. So if you are fair skinned and you're going to get this shade, and I think it's just the one shade, I will put some information if there are different ones, but that's definitely going to be a bit more obvious on somebody with very fair skin. And of course, if you are darker skin toned than me, it's going to look completely different. So what I will say with this tinted sunscreen is that you're not going to get a lot of coverage. Because it's so light and fluid, it's very, very hard to build up areas. Like, this is just something you want to put over. However, if that is something that you're looking for, a higher coverage tinted SPF, Roche-Posay does do one by Anti-Shine, which is a lot thicker. That, in my opinion, is a lot more like a foundation, and that will give you a lot more coverage. Also, because it's Anti-Shine, it is a bit mattifying. It's not, I would still say it gives you a dewy finish. It's not like a really mattifying SPF. Of the video, I'm gonna look crazy because I personally wouldn't wear it this thick, but we're gonna just, we're going off some comparisons here. It does provide coverage, basically. That's the video in a nutshell. I hope you guys found it helpful. I hope you can see the shades and the colouring and how things sit on the face. I will definitely be repatching the SPF 50 unless when I wear it throughout the day, something else weird happens. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give it a like if you did find it helpful. If you want more skincare videos, then let me know, because that is what I do every Sunday.